Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Cool. That was cool. That was cool. We are live, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Golly gee, I'm super excited about this. So hopefully everything works for us. We'll see. Fingers crossed. It's raining. So it's raining in LA. So that means that the internet could just take a shit on us any moment. We don't know. We don't know. It could be bedlam. We don't know. But with
Have
that,
faith.
And
yes.
that's half the excitement of our show.
Yes, will things work? Won't they work? I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah. Will Kevin laugh so hard he'll pass out and fall out of his off his stool, or
Podcast roulette is what we like to call it.
yeah, live
Podcast
podcast
roulette.
roulette. That's
Is
not a
it-
bad
is it-
name.
Going to land on live, or is it going to live on, or is it going to land on the internet? I mean,
Yeah, I'll take those odds. I think that that we can manage with that. So, with that being said, I'm gonna do a little work in the background, and Kevin's going to do some quick intros because tonight we are tight on time because it's a battle. We haven't done one of these in a long time, so we're a little rusty. So we're gonna try to move fast to counter that rust. Shake it off, as Taylor
Shake
would
it off.
say. I believe is that Taylor Swift? I think it is.
Yeah, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift did say
You
shake
would
it off.
know. You're her number one fan.
Actually, I think a good friend of ours is her number one fan.
Kevin's like KK and Tay Tay for Ev. I think is what you said to me one time when you were drinking Lambrusco wine like crazy, like a madman.
Oh my
But anyway,
goodness.
I digress. Let's get started here. I'm going to start doing that background stuff now.
All right. Hello to you and all the 24 time zones on planet Earth. Welcome to Rumble Pop. And now I'm going to introduce to you my co-hosts and co-conspirators for the evening. First, we're going to go to that man in that blue headset. He is from the great state of Ohio. He is Bruce Campbell's number 2 fan. He is DC Comics for life. And if you have a problem with it, he'll just pop you in the mouth. And he is seen and he was voted the sexiest, best-looking man in North Hollywood, California. If you can believe that. This man has muscles that make the women melt. He is the original Dom!
Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Keep it in your pants this time, yeah. Jeez.
Dude, that's right. Don't
Ridiculous.
throw any undergarments. Don't throw any undergarments at this man. No undergarments at
Yeah.
this man.
Yeah. Don't be throwing it at the screen because first of all,
That's
I
right.
can't see it. I can't see it if you're doing that. So I don't know, That'd be weird, right? You're just throwing your underpants. I've thrown 7 pairs and he hasn't said anything. Let it go. Let it go. It's not going to work.
Let it go. Let it go.
you'd be able to see it if you threw shade. And the podcast is over. I just threw it out.
Woo! Yeah, we just lost a viewer. For sure.
Next, we go to a man who's originally from the great state of Michigan, but now resides that Lone Star state of Texas. He was voted the sexiest school teacher in the great state of Texas last year for the year 2023.
No shit.
He is that's right, he is one of the most learned men in the United States today. He is a man who makes sure that his students will get a job on Broadway, Hollywood, or on the independent circuit. He is lovable. He is huggable. He is Professor Chris D. Turner.
Thank you.
Everybody's getting, intro
Thank you.
today.
Thank you.
You're
last-
welcome.
But certainly not least, a fine young lady from that beautiful Grand Canyon state of Arizona. She is one of the most powerful cat mothers walking the earth today. And she lives the Cobra Kai lifestyle to the fullest. If you cross her path, you will get high kicked in the face. Oh,
High
yes.
karate.
That's right. But she is also one of the top 10 Polynesian dancers on the West Coast today. Give it up for the brilliant, the bewitching Miss Bonnie Tubb.
Thank you.
Yep, I made sure to give you extra steel drums this time, Bonnie. I actually sought out a song. I was like, is there a song with more steel drums? And I was like, this is it.
You're such a jerk.
And of course, I am your humble servant, your humble podcaster, the Grand Master of the Jedi and Vulcan Arts, your Supreme Chancellor, Brother Kevin.
You know, interestingly enough, Kevin, I did have an opening song for you. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Really?
I wait for with anticipation on this one.
Me too. Sounds very epic.
Right? Not bad, huh? That was yours. And then mine was, I think this one was mine, if I recall. Gives them time to take the panties off before they
Oh
fling them
God.
at the screen. You know.
Nobody is slinging their panties at their
Sure
screen.
they are, Bonnie.
Nobody.
Somebody will. Somebody will do it. I don't know who, but somebody will do it, I'm sure. Somebody.
So someone's gonna throw their undergarments at the screen.
I think so. I don't know. Wait, hang on.
Oh God.
Hang on.
Please don't.
Bear with me here.
We're gonna lose our audience.
Literally. Hang on.
We already lost them with my bad joke.
Ah, yeah, baby. Whee!
I can't believe you really did that. Wow.
And
Why not?
We are out. Thank you. Good night.
Woo.
Well, hey, Enrique just said he threw his, I think.
Did he? Oh, wait. Enrique, did you throw yours? Here, let me see if I. Oh, oh, there we go. That's our visual interpretation of how it would be during the live show if I actually received the panties that were thrown at me every couple minutes. It would be crazy. I wouldn't get anything done. You know, it's too much. It's too much. Calm down, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. We got some comments really quick before we move on, Kevin. Lies and falsehood, says Sammy. Geez, that's not a comment. She's drunk again. Mom and Dad are here. Everybody say hi to my mom and dad.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
How are you?
Mom and Dad, sorry I did not call you back. It was an endless stream of work calls and then another call, and then I had a couple people stop by. And yeah, so I've been pretty busy, so I do apologize. I'll try to call you tomorrow or Wednesday if I can. What am I drinking, Sammy? This is a mango margarita. Woo! Num 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 num. It's great. It's great. Enrique says, "Hey, all groovy." Sammy says, "Sir, your parents are here." And Enrique says, "I'm swinging my boxers around because I'm doing my laundry." There we go. Well played, sir. Well played. Yes. This is gonna be a fun night, right, Kevin?
It's going to be a lot of fun because we're going to have a tournament. It's been about 4 months. We're going to have the best movie couples go at it.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really go at it. They're going to grind in the ring, the squared circle of passion,
Yeah, they're gonna
and the
go at it.
octagon
They're
of
gonna go at it hard.
octagon of love. The octagon of love. Yes, sir. It's going to be a lot of fun. You and the audience get to participate. You will decide the fate of these couples with your vote. And when it's all said and done, I'm sure we will give away some kind of prize this evening, right? Just to show our appreciation.
Are we? Yeah, sure. We're gonna give a prize. Golly gee, what would that prize be? Probably like a Blu-ray. Yeah, does that sound appropriate, Kevin?
It sounds appropriate.
Like some type of maybe a Blu-ray from one of the films that we'll be talking about tonight.
Perhaps. That would make sense.
Mm-hmm. Probably the cheapest one.
No, not necessarily the cheapest one. Heck, we might give away one of your laser discs from back in the day.
What? You son of a bitch.
Yes.
We did not. I did not agree to this. We did not discuss this. I did not agree to this. I don't care what you guys throw at me. I'm not doing it. No.
1 second.
No.
On page 12, plays 12, line 17, section 4, clause 14b said that you would do so.
No.
Yes.
No, I have all of the documents here actually on my phone. And let me see. What is that document right there? Jeez, what is that? That is nope. That's a picture of my butt. So no. I guess I don't have the documents. I only have a photo of my butt that I saved under documents. So that was a rough night, I'm sure, for me.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure undergarments were being tossed again. I'm sure.
Well, they get crazy. Jesus, guys, calm down. Stop throwing them at me, would you? But yeah, let's dive right in. Right, we have a preemptive, like an early battle, just to kind of test it for those that have never played this game before. It's the Battle of the Film Couples, and I want Chris to talk about this one particularly because Chris and I watched this. I believe we held hands, maybe.
Well.
And that could be figuratively because I think he was in New York at the time this film came out. Am I right, Chris? You were in New York?
What'd he say?
Classic Chris. No one can hear him. Did I plug it in? No, nobody can hear you, buddy. I don't know. You're plugged in, but you ain't being heard. Anyway,
I think he's lip syncing.
So there's a couple from this film About Time that we're going to be talking about, and it's a great film if you haven't seen it. So we highly recommend it if you get a chance. Chris, you can also try.
From the writers of Love Actually.
It is a great film.
There he is. Chris is on. Okay. Yeah, and it is from the writers of. Yeah, you're right, Bonnie. It's from the writers of Love Actually. Why don't you and Chris talk about it real quick, and then we'll put it up against somebody. Let me pull up the photo.
We're talking about Love Actually?
No.
We're talking about Time.
We're not talking about...
So Love Actually 2, About Time.
No.
Love Actually 2, actually harder.
Love Actually, love
Actually with revenge.
Love harder.
Oh, there you go.
All right, so this movie is about this guy named Tim, played by Domhnall Gleeson, who meets this girl named Rachel McAdams. Not Rachel McAdams plays a character named Mary. So they're Tim and Mary, and he has a dad called Bill Nighy. Well, not called Bill Nighy. Bill Nighy plays a dad called Dad. That's his name. It's Dad.
You're selling this really well.
So we're calling him Bill. We're gonna call him Bill Nighy, the dad. Called Bill Nighy is himself. Anyway, so Bill Nighy can travel through time, and he tells his son, travel through time, but of course it's time travel, so you have to have rules. So he tells him the rules. Domhnall Gleeson decides to use his time travel to try to get to know Rachel McAdams' character and try to fix it and try to get a relationship with her, and all the trials and tribulations of going through time to try to date somebody happens. And then all the things that changes all these other things in his life.
McAdams, he meets Margot Robbie.
Yes, he does meet Margot Robbie. Yes.
So
and it kind of spins him in a spin.
With Margot Robbie first.
And then he ends up falling in love with her.
Interesting. Okay, just tell us the whole damn story. Why don't you?
Well, you did tell us to tell you about the story.
Oh, that's true. Who are they going up against?
They're going up against another time travel movie, I believe.
Oh, really? Oh, would that be Lorraine and George?
I think so, yes.
Boom.
I believe it would be.
I mean, okay, so I want you guys to give it a fair shake. Give the thought process of what they put into with About Time versus Back to the Future. Back to the Future is a classic, one of the greatest of all time. Yes, we agree. Mm-hmm. But I feel like About Time had to come after that. And for them to be as creative as they were with this story, I think is pretty epic. It's a pretty epically told small film. It's a perfectly tender, beautiful film.
Oh, it's very tender, yes.
Told in a very unique way. And we all really appreciate this film. It's one of Kevin's favorites. Kevin likes to get drunk sometimes and come over and watch it at my place, even when I'm not home, which is awkward because one time the window was busted open. And we had to have a conversation about boundaries.
Look, I have it right here.
There we go.
On
See?
Blu-ray. It's one of the 3 Blu-rays I own.
I've got,
This one, Love Actually, and the Muppet Movie.
I've got about 600 Blu-rays and DVDs right behind me, and it's in there too.
600. Oh my
You guys are
goodness.
such nerds.
Last
Oh, sorry,
time
I have
got
4. I
yeah,
also have Labyrinth.
I think it's actually probably closer to 8. I haven't counted in a while, but
Wow, you're a
Yeah.
true cinephile.
yeah, and I refuse to get rid of my physical media.
Oh, I agree. Do not do
Yeah.
it ever.
I'm not a big fan of chasing down which site or which
Streaming app.
Yeah, which streaming service a certain movie is streaming on currently. Stuff is getting removed and put behind paywalls all the time.
They even
I actually
split the
just discovered
franchises.
I need to repurchase high fidelity on Blu-ray because my DVD no longer works in my Blu-ray players. It's decided to be unreadable now.
Oh,
Even
That's
though
ridiculous.
it's a perfectly pristine DVD, but my Blu-ray players, I guess, after so many firmware updates, decided, "Fuck you, we're not playing it
that's
anymore."
Bullshit.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Bullshit.
And
Bonnie.
it's not on any streaming service currently. It's behind paywalls.
This makes
So-
me
That's
angry.
ridiculous.
Yeah. So please don't let physical media die. Go out and buy the Blu-rays and the DVDs, people.
Stop by your
That's right.
favorite place that sells Blu-rays and DVDs, Best Buy.
So
Not anymore, I heard.
you're a little late for that, sir.
What
A
do you
little
mean?
late.
What? Really? They don't.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on, they still sell Blu-rays and DVDs. Come
Yeah.
on, it's Best Buy. They're never gonna not sell Blu-rays and DVDs. What would they have?
Oh, but they are.
Does Best Buy still exist as a store, or is it just a
Of course
website?
it does.
I don't know. That's a hard one. I think Best Buy would be best off to like turn themselves into Radio Shack and just like shrink down.
I mean,
Like
that's what they're
Circuit City.
effectively doing.
Yeah, because their stores are way too big for what they have now. I heard that they're talking
Yeah.
about doing laser tag in the back. So there
Now
you go.
that would drive some traffic.
It could. I mean, I would go. I
Stop
would.
throwing your underwear at yourself, sir.
I I would never do that. These are fans. Like,
And Hector agrees with you, by the way.
every time somebody in the chat's throwing their underwear at me, I have to give a reflective underwear throw to prove a point that this happens all the time. It's just we don't see it because they're throwing it at their screen. So
It's
You know,
the undergarments.
if you've thrown your underwear at me already in the chat, go ahead and say, yes, I threw it, or threw my undies, or just say panties, whatever you want to say. Just say it
Right.
in the chat so I know that you've thrown them at the screen because I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot of people. That's what we're going to find out.
And Sean's right.
Sammy
about
says
amoeba.
she's thrown 3 pair already. Weird.
Really? Sammy, of all
That's
people?
fire.
Okay, Sammy. I mean, slow it down.
She did not.
And then Enrique's like, Donald, give me back my underwear. So he definitely has. Huh? That's one. That's one. No, Sammy, it's not my imagination. It just is what it is. I can't help it. We got some quick comments. Let's see. His real dad is Mad Eye Moody, says Sammy. Big Sal in the house. Hello, buddy. Enrique says, yeah, I prefer to own physical copies of movies. Hector says, time to get back into hunting physical media for your favorite stuff. Bring back Blockbuster. Blockbuster could suck
Yes.
ass. It can
Oh,
suck my
Hollywood
ass.
Video.
It can
is
suck
better.
your ass. Yes, thank you. Hollywood Video is what we want. Because they
Family
had the
Video.
We'll happily
midnight
take either one of
return
them. They
time.
both held a lot of special places. in my
midnight
heart,
return time,
so.
guys. So
I
really-
was a Family Video fan.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, so really quickly, guys, since we've talked about everybody knows Back to the Future and we talked about time, let's do the battle. So everybody in the chat, why don't you go ahead and say who you're voting for? We'll count the votes and winner wins and loser sucks. So that's that. Sammy says, I waited for each of the Lord of the Rings to come out and bought the special gift box edition for all 3. I did the same thing.
Oh, that's
As
awesome.
you should.
I love that.
I did the same thing. In fact, I did that, and then I loaned the last one, the Tower of the White People. I think is what the third one was called.
What?
And yes,
Tower
and
of
I
the White
sent. I'm pretty sure, and I sent. I loaned the Tower of the White People to a friend of mine that never returned it. So then I had to.
I mean, now that you mention it, you're not wrong.
Look on well, I had to look on eBay and get myself a gently used copy for a decent price because I was buying it again for no damn reason. which is super upsetting. So people, if you borrow physical media, the reason why physical media is leaving is because people borrow that shit and they don't return it. You can't borrow it if it's digital. So, you know, return. If you've borrowed somebody's physical media, return it. Don't be an asshole.
Or else.
Let's see. Enrique says. Let's see. Osiris says, I threw him meat. I threw a meat tube at you, Donnie. Oh. I think that he means his penis. Everybody.
Wait a minute.
Your parents are watching.
Did he say he's me tooing you? He's me tooing you?
No. Meat. It's not meat cute, I don't think. Donald is living out of his Tom Jones fantasy, I see. So, yes, I am, Sean.
Does your mom love Tom Jones?
Hector says, my undies got plenty wear and tear for you. Oh, great. Yes. We don't need skin marks thrown at the screen, guys. So let's have that be known. Sammy's going, what the hell, Donald? Enrique says, about time. And Osiris says, Back to the Future. And Hector says, Back to the Future. So about time is down by 1. And let me look for the shot clock here so I can put that up on the screen for y'all, because I know it's important. It's been about 4 months, so finding this clock is the real ticker or kicker, I guess. But it's a clock thing, so I wanted to try to go with time ticking. No, okay, Chris, I'm with you now. I've just been exiled off my own show here.
Well, we need to set the show. When you hit a certain age, you need to set your podcast show at 5 p.m.
It's true. Yeah, we're starting at noon, 6 a.m. for all you late night people. Yeah, it's great. This is a really good time, guys. All right, and I don't have the shot clock, I don't think. Let me see if I can find it. Un momento, por favor. All right. Well, anyway, it's been about a minute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been about a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah. So
we could have just used one of our phones.
Right. Let's see. Anybody else vote for Back to the Future? Sean McGee says
two more
yeah,
people.
And Sammy. So yeah, so Back to the Future 1, obviously. Eli Perez has joined. Thank you for joining, Eli.
What's up, Eli?
Appreciate you guys. So yeah, that was quick. And that's how it works. So basically we count votes, we do a timer if I can find it, and we go from there. So yay, About Time lost to Back to the Future. No shock there. I mean, we did not expect any other result.
I mean, really, yeah.
Yeah. So I think for lack of a timer, we're going to go with a musical interlude. And the musical interlude is going to count down for us. So once it hits a certain part in the song, we will know to stop the song.
Donald, we can't do that unless it's
yeah
kind of music. Okay.
It is.
Okay, good.
Yeah. It's what's his name's music.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, copyright rules are you can only play 30 seconds of a song at a time before YouTube takes your video down. So.
Maybe I should just play 30 seconds of a song twice. Or we'll just...
Or I can just use my phone.
Yeah, all right, fine, Bonnie. You can use your phone.
Well, I mean, no, Donald, if you have if you have the music I'm thinking of, you're fine. I was just explaining to the audience
I do.
what I was talking about. So
okay, so we'll do both. Bonnie can use your timer, and I'll use a little music.
And I'll do a truffle shuffle.
There, yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's get started. Here is round 1 of this epic battle. So for epic battle, we need epic battle music. So I think we're gonna go with Kevin's music here to start us off. All right, round 1, guys. Round 1. How about Albert and Armand from The Birdcage? Everybody knows Albert and Armand, right? I mean, everybody knows The Birdcage, I would imagine. Everybody knows that film.
Absolutely.
It's one that I've been meaning to revisit for a really long time because I haven't seen it since it came out.
Yeah. I could get behind that. And they are going up against another very fussy couple. Oscar and Felix from The Odd Couple. So we've got the Birdcage versus The Odd Couple, basically. So Albert and Armand versus Oscar and Felix. And let's freaking go, guys. We've got some music playing. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit on that. And we're going to rock it out. So go ahead, Bonnie, set the timer, and we'll go from there.
Alrighty. We got, if I did that reset. We've got 1 minute on the timer starting now.
Both movies are super classic movies. Both couples. Man, the dynamic between both couples is so great and amazing. Like, it's really like makes you chuckle thinking about both of them.
Well, wasn't it the Birdcage where they were a gay couple attempting to play it straight for a while?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which it's kind of hilarious. And that's going up against The Odd Couple, which is just a neat freaking slob. So it would be like me and Chris if we lived together.
Yeah, Donald is so messy.
I can be. I try to be neat and tidy, but I run out of room. Also, anybody that knows me knows I also have a giant zebra's ass up on the wall over here. So, I'm not exactly known for organization.
Where did you find the zebra at?
The zebra ass?
Yeah, where you find the zebra?
And that's fine.
AfricanBadunkadunks.com. If you go to AfricanBadunkadunks.com, you can buy paintings of different animals' asses. And,
That's where people that study Buddhism get all their stuff.
I see.
Oh,
Do you have one of a giraffe too?
Yep. All right. So,
Okay.
do we want to count some votes? I think we're good with time. Let's start counting some votes, guys. Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun one, guys. Let's see. Sammy says, "Who's gonna keep track?" Kevin, can you keep track of Birdcage? And Chris, Odd Couple.
Right.
Okay. So Sammy's going Birdcage. Mom and Dad are going Birdcage. Enrique's going Birdcage. Sean McGee says Odd Couple. Eli Perez says Birdcage. Janet says Birdcage. I can't hear you guys above the music. I turned it down some, Janet. Jeez. Sammy says wow, just wow. And that was funny, Chris. Made me laugh, said my mom and my dad. So made them laugh there. So where are we at right now? It sounds like the Birdcage has the edge, yeah?
Yeah, it's 4 votes for Birdcage so far.
4-1.
And
yeah?
just one for Odd Couple, sadly, yes.
Wow, that's crazy. What's crazy is we have more viewers in here, and they're not voting. This is crazy, guys. You should vote.
Maybe they haven't seen the movies. They haven't seen the movies.
That could be, if you haven't seen The Odd Couple or The Birdcage. I could see that,
I think most people are familiar enough with either one of them, even if you haven't seen them or just haven't seen them in a very long time, to at least have some form of
have an opinion.
Right, an opinion. But like with my mom and dad, if they've never seen the films, they don't like to vote because they don't want to sway one way or the other, which I totally get. I respect that too. So you do you, boo, and we'll make it work. So for lack of time, we're gonna go and say the Birdcage won, guys.
All right. So Albert and Armand will move on.
Congratulations to Birdcage. Moving on, beating out Oscar and Felix, which is actually quite shocking for me. I did not expect this one at all. I expected a different outcome. I really did. Okay. Anybody like fun horror films? Like by horror films, I mean they're like not really horror-ish. They're just kind of dark a little bit. And in which case, you can't think of a fun horror comedy kind of a thing that's just more fun than anything than Beetlejuice. And we're talking Adam and Barbara as far as just a great couple. It's the month of love. It's February. And what better couple than Adam and Barbara, who loved each other to death.
That's true.
I'll just be over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hide behind that picture.
And death did not part them.
No, it did not. And it would be rather I would be remiss to not want them to go up against Morticia and Gomez Addams. I mean, that would be insanity, right? Not to put them up against Morticia and Gomez Addams. Now, I have kind of an inkling of an outcome on this one, but you know,
I have
so
an idea too.
we've got Beetlejuice versus the Addams Family, and this is an epic one. So I know I should play the epic music, but I know also that Bonnie really loves steel drums, so I'm going to play some steel drum music while we wait for you guys to vote.
I have nothing against steel drums. I just have a thing against calling them beefy.
These are Polynesian steel drums.
No, they are not.
You must use the correct terms. The correct terms.
Sammy says, "No, that's not fair."
I'm sorry, Sammy.
Walter, Deliverance is not one of the films, sir. Do not vote for that. It does not exist in this world. There was no couple in there.
You sure about that?
I mean, as far as I know. I mean, I could be wrong, but Ned Beatty and Burt
Not
Reynolds.
willing.
That fits in the same category as the ones we're talking about, where it was like Jason and his mom and the guy from Psycho and his mom. That would have fit in that category.
Yeah,
Not
it
a
really
good
would
one.
have. It would have fit in that category, and it probably would not have
True
worked for
horror
here.
couples.
Yeah, probably wouldn't have worked for here, but you know,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
And that's time.
And that's time. All right, excellent. So let's do a count here, everybody. I'm going to have Bonnie. You will do Beetlejuice, and Chris, your Addams Family. Sound good?
Gotcha.
Okay, here
roll.
we go. Sean McGean says Beetlejuice. Mom says Addams Family. Dad says Addams Family. Enrique says Addams Family. Sammy says Addams Family. Janet says Addams Family. Hector says Addams Family. I would have put them against Seymour and Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors, but I'll go with the Addams Family. Well, we didn't for a particular reason, Eli, primarily because that's a musical, and we've got another category for that coming up. So we didn't want to mix those genres per se. But yeah, so it sounds like Beetlejuice got annihilated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 7 for Addams Family.
2-1 for Beetlejuice.
So
So
Beetlejuice. Addams Family
yeah.
takes it easily, decisively, wins that battle. Sorry, Adam and Barbara, but you know, Morticia and Gomez Addams, they're just too tough. Now we gotta have something a little more flirty, a little more fun. You know, something a little more sexy, right? Do we have anything sexy? Do I have anything sexy I could play? Let's see.
Should.
I don't think this is sexy at all.
I can't hear the music, so I'm just.
I'm shutting the
guessing.
music down. It was
Hear
not.
it.
I'll do the kind of jazzy one. There we go. That works. Well, actually, this does work really well. Jeez, hats off to me for that one, man. Pat myself on the back. We've got yeah, I know, always humble. We've got the epic couple of Tony and Maria from West Side Story. Take your pick.
Maria,
The Jets and the Sharks.
Maria,
The Jets and the Sharks.
Maria.
Yeah, Jets and the Sharks. And that one is going up against, interestingly enough, against none other than Romeo and Juliet. And the photo is not Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. I'm sorry, everybody. Everybody.
Good. Did you go with Zeffirelli?
It looks like Zeffirelli. I can tell by the area of the certain spot. I just can't quite put my hands on it, but I'm thinking about it, and it's, you know, there's like, I don't know, but you know, like, yeah. So anyway, West Side Story. So it's Tony Maria versus Romeo and Juliet,
we got
guys.
OG versus remake.
Yep, and we're gonna continue this little jazz music into the voting round while Bonnie goes ahead and does the timer. So let's go, guys.
I mean, really, you guys gotta think about, real quick, since I'm an expert at Shakespeare.
Yes, yes, you are.
You got to think about, if you're grading the Zeffirelli film, go for Romeo and Juliet. If you're grading the Leonardo DiCaprio film, go for West Side Story. Also, thinking about West Side, what West Side Story we're talking about. We're talking about the OG West Side Story. We're talking about the new West Side Story. A little bit different. They're similar, but they're different.
Mm.
So a lot of this comes into consideration. So it's really, which story of Romeo and Juliet do you like the most? One doesn't have, I guess they both have sad endings, but at least one person survives
It's true.
West Side Story. Spoilers. Nobody survives in Romeo and Juliet. They make a statue, a golden statue of Juliet. That's about all you get. And West Side Story, at least there's one survivor, so it's a little more happy and a little happier of an ending.
Right, a little bit more happy.
My cat just threw a ball at my head.
Oh,
Wow.
And that's time.
Wow.
that's cool. Okay, and that's time. All right, let's count the votes, guys.
Okay, I'm not joking. It's just, yeah.
Let's see. Sean McGean says Romeo and Juliet. Enrique says West Side Story. Mom and Dad aren't voting. I don't think they've seen either one.
Wait,
Janet
do we have people counting the votes?
I don't know if we necessarily need to, guys. So let's just do this one together, yeah?
Okay.
Romeo and Juliet, West Side Story, Romeo and Juliet. So that's 2 for Romeo and Juliet, 1 for West Side. But soft, wet light through yonder window breaks, says Sammy. So I think she's going Romeo and Juliet. So that's 3-1.
It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise for her sun and kill the envious moon, the moon that shines so bright.
Wow. Chris and Sammy
All right.
making a love connection right here on the air, everybody. Eli says Romeo and Juliet, so that's 4-1. So it looks like West Side Story is getting its ass beat. Which makes sense because
Look,
the
I even
source
have-
I feel
material.
like
It's the
everything-
original. It's the original.
I have a Claire Danes Juliet pop doll.
Throw that in the
Oh, I
trash.
have one too. I
Donald, you
have
got
the-
this
I
for
have
me.
the set.
Oh yeah, I found it in the trash. That's why I should just throw it back in there. Did I get that for you? I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, and
I
and
have a set of Romeo and Juliet together that I have. It's at my desk at work.
you got it for me in Austin, at that comic book store.
Oh.
Look, I even have a Shakespeare Lego doll.
Oh my lord. Put it closer to the camera. That's adorable, guys. Look how adorable that is.
That
really
is adorable.
Yeah, love it. Love it, dude. Nice choice on that. Yeah, so we're going with Romeo and Juliet. West Side Story has been defeated. Now, here's an interesting one. This is Bonnie's favorite. This is Bonnie's favorite battle. So we're going to go with a final battle type music. Or actually, you know what? Let's play something that also would be annoying if you were trying to watch these films and they were playing in the background. How about a ska band? There's some ska music in the background. There we go. Yeah, and that is going to be, we've got none other than Bonnie's favorite, Bonnie and Clyde. And Bonnie and Clyde is going to be going up against, well, I mean, I thought this one made the most sense. We're talking Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt. We're talking about Mr. and Mrs. Smith. So Mr. and Mrs. Smith versus Bonnie and Clyde.
Do the right thing, people.
So here we go. Bonnie and Clyde versus Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And go. Go time, everybody.
Yeah, please do the right thing and vote for the fictional characters versus the real life people who've been romanticized and whatever to hell. And ruined my name for me. Yeah.
Oh wait, you weren't named after that character, right? I
Well,
hope not.
no, but just the fact that my name is Bonnie, I cannot tell you how many times in my life I have gotten the old "Where's Clyde?" jokes, and everybody thinks they're hilarious and that they're the first person to
Just say
ever come.
that. Just say that.
And no, you're not. It's not a good pickup line. It's not funny. It's just no.
So wait. Have guys said to you as a pickup line, "Hey, can I be your Clyde to your Bonnie?" They said things like that to you.
Yeah, or just like, yeah. So, do you have a Clyde? Do you want one? Like,
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. It's not cute. It's not cute.
Oh, Bonnie, I think you're going to be
No.
upset.
Ah.
Yeah, I think you're going to be slightly upset. Slightly disappointed in the thought process behind everybody. But I digress. Here we
We
go.
should not be romanticizing and glorifying murderers.
Let's start counting votes, everybody. Kevin, you can count Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and Bonnie, why don't you count Bonnie and Clyde? How about that?
You son of a bitch.
Okay, so Sean McGee says Bonnie and Clyde. Classic. Black Crown EP, good to see you, says Bonnie and Clyde. Enrique
I
says
hate all of
Bonnie
you.
and Clyde. Eli Perez says Bonnie and Clyde. Sammy says Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It was a decent movie.
Thank you,
I tried,
Sammy.
Bonnie. And Janet says Bonnie and Clyde. So it looks like just a blowout. Mr. and Mrs. Smith did not even register. Bonnie and Clyde runs away with it. Murder and chaos
Murder Inc. Murder Inc. moves on.
follows
Wow.
in their path.
Now, Bonnie, what would you do if for some reason Bonnie and Clyde wins the whole tournament?
I
That's a good
don't
point.
know. Rage.
Flames on the side of my head.
Flames on the side of my face.
Yeah,
Burning.
flames.
Heaving breath. Yeah. I will be upset and disappointed.
With the public.
Mm-hmm. Little bit. Because yeah, I think the thing that gets lost is that they were real people.
And there were
Bonnie
mean
and Clyde
people.
were real people who did terrible things
Terrible things.
and died an absolutely horrendous, horrible death too.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, granted, they
Got what they deserved.
it. Yeah, they got what they deserved. But
Kevin,
even back then, they were like glorified and put up on this pedestal. I mean, like thousands of people went to their funeral to like Google and and like.
And not the victims. They didn't go to the victims' funerals.
Yeah.
Kevin, why are you
It's
talking?
It's just mind-boggling to me. Why have these two people who committed terrible, atrocious acts against humanity, why are they looked upon as being like these, like, yeah, the villainous heroes?
Anti-heroes, I guess.
Not even because people
Not
like
even.
they're being glorified and looked up to, despite doing these terrible things and committing all of those crimes and murders and whatnot. Like, no, they were ruthless and disgusting, gross.
Well, it's like
murderers.
Ted Bundy. A lot of women were into Ted Bundy and Richard Ramirez. Like, they find them sexy, which is very disturbing. When they're like, these dudes would kill you. Why would you find them sexy? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get the whole prison bunny thing. I don't. I can understand the argument that somebody might be conventionally attractive when you just look at their face, sure.
Right.
But when you know what they did and you're still into it, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true. That's a good point.
Kevin, while you were testifying about
Yes.
talking about it, it sounded like you were testifying to a eulogy.
No.
Really? Oh, I'm sorry if I
When you're
was.
talking about Bonnie and Clyde dying, and you're like, yeah.
Oh, well,
Sure, something to it.
I'm so sorry. And it sounded like I was, testifying at a eulogy. No. They are burning in hell right now as we speak.
Yeah.
I'll say I respected you for a minute, Kevin.
I hope they die, and I
Oh.
hope they burn in hell. Different movie. We've got some comments here. Let's see.
Actually, that's a good movie. Time to
So
Kill. I
many
like
better
that movie.
couples.
I
Loki
haven't
says,
seen that
hi,
one in a
Kevin.
Hello.
Sean McGee says, it's about the chemistry between Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway in the movie, though. Eli says, the things you do for love. Black Crown says, they were terrible people, but the movie was good. Loki says, help. Kevin, please stop calling me out. John says, 15 people in chat and only 6 likes. Let's go, chat. Like the show. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. We're up to 7 now. We're up to
John
7.
Fox. Wait, he's throwing his undergarments at you?
Did John?
Yeah, did he throw his undergarments at
What's
you?
that tell you?
Wow.
He got him off fast once he found he had to. I mean, he's like, oh, I get to? That's an opportunity? Well, here they go. He probably wasn't even wearing underpants. Knowing him. Knowing John. That guy's crazy. All right, so next up on our list. Here we go. You guys excited for this one?
I'm excited.
Okay. Aunt Shant Kant. Right?
What?
She sells seashells by the seashore. Am I right?
The rain in Spain falls
Mainly
in
the plain.
Thank you. It's Henry Higgins and Eliza Doolittle from My Fair Lady. What a great film, by the way. What a fantastic.
Oh, I'm
fantastic
getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are going chime.
film. Going up against.
Time me, but get me to the church on time.
Oh, another Pretty Woman type scenario from Pretty Woman, Vivian and Edward. So we've got two rich dudes trying to take care of some poor women. That one's just very unsophisticated and the other's a prostitute. So
Are you gonna play the Roy Orbison song for 30 seconds?
no, I can't do that. No, but I will play something sexy here. Hang on. Here we go. Yeah. Jingle
Oh,
hot
yeah.
bells. Yeah. One horse open that sleigh, baby. Yeah. What? Oh, yeah. No? Okay, I'll switch
No.
it out.
No.
All right.
Please no.
Oh, it's getting good right now, though. Damn it. All right, fine. I'll find something else. We'll have to find something, a segue of some sort. There we go. There was our segue right there. And it's going to... Oh, boy. Damn. Well, this one's serious. So let's go. Let's go. Higgins and Doolittle versus Vivian and Edward. Who's going to win this one, guys? 30 seconds on the clock.
No,
Left,
I'm
I
kind of
believe.
pulling for Vivian and Edward.
Yeah?
A little bit.
Bonnie, I'm surprised you didn't fight for Edward and the girl from Twilight. What was her name? Her character's name?
Bella.
Bella and
Edward
Edward.
and Bella.
Edward and
Battle of
Bella
the
for this.
We would have kicked her off the show if she did that.
Yeah, there was no way I was gonna suggest anything with Twilight on this show.
I know you love those books. You love those movies.
I did, and I do.
Past
Yeah.
tense. Oh wow, past
No,
tense.
and I said, and I do.
Oh, okay, present tense. Okay.
That's okay.
Yes, I still do.
Okay.
I tried to put a book couple on too, and Donald, he yelled at me. I tried getting Ron and Hermione on the list.
Oh.
No. I just...
Yeah, no, I
that
know
shit.
better than to suggest anything having to do with Twilight for this show because Donald's not gonna have that. No,
But Chris could override him though.
that's not
Professor
gonna
Turner.
work.
Wait, Chris could override
Only
him.
because I'm bigger than him and can sit on him and make him like
You
cry
see?
uncle. But that would be if I was there.
Yeah. And he's not here, everybody.
Yeah, no. The only time Twilight is gonna come up on this show is if we're ranking like worst movies or something or other.
Uh-oh. I believe that's time.
Time is up.
John Fox says, Batman's in the kitchen, Robin in the halls, Joker's in the bathroom, pissing on the walls. There we go. That just warms the heart. All right, let's start counting. Bonnie, why don't you go with Pretty Woman?
Okay.
And Kevin, why don't you go with My Fair Lady?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Oh, this is a good one here. I'm sorry, have fun. Loki's going to go back to her Scream X listener audio. I don't know what that is, but okay. Enjoy. Mickey and Mallory knocks some natural born killers. Eli, we thought about that, but ultimately that.
Actually, I guess Bonnie and Clyde, that probably would have made sense.
No, we thought about it, but we did not. We did not want that. No, did not want that. We've done that before. Last
True.
year, actually, a year ago, we
True.
did that. So
That's
that's why
True, true.
we're trying to be a little different and not repeat and recycle everything.
Mix it up.
if we can
Mix
avoid
it
it.
up.
So let's see. Eli says, or Loki, there we go. Chris says, hi guys. Hey Chris. Chris 2K's in the house. Sean McGean says, oh, it should have been My Fair Lady versus Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Well, I guess it's more like Shitty Bang Bang. Am I right?
We were sticking to the we were sticking to the OG story versus new story
Right.
remake concept like we did for West Side Story. And
Yeah.
and
My
RJ.
My Fair Lady, Pretty Woman. I mean, it just made sense.
Same
to-
story.
to
Yeah.
us. So Sean McGean says, My Fair Lady. Chris says, did Sammy ask where I was? Yes, she did, Chris. She actually cried sobbed openly for about 5 minutes straight. Janet says, Pretty Woman, gotta have the modern dynamic. Enrique says, My Fair Lady. Sammy says Pretty Woman. I love Audrey, but this movie has a big place in my heart. Black Crown says My Fair Lady. Eli says My Fair Lady. John says he's singing again. Eli says nothing. Chris Duque says V and E. So he's going with Vivian and Edward. So he's going Pretty Woman. Mom says Pretty Woman. Dad says Pretty Woman. John Fox says Pretty Woman. And Sammy says Donald is incredibly judgy. Wow. And then Janet says Big Mistake.
You're just now discovering this?
And Huge. And,
Huge.
Naturally. And then Jan Michael, thanks for joining, says I haven't seen them. Oh, damn. Okay. So where are we at on these votes, guys?
I've got 6 for Pretty Woman.
4 for Higgins and Doolittle.
Wow.
Ooh.
I'm actually surprised. I thought My Fair Lady
Our
would have
first
crushed
actual battle of the night.
it. Yeah, I thought My Fair Lady would have crushed it. But,
People don't like musicals. Makes my heart hurt.
Yeah.
You know what? And that's sad. They
That
need to be
part's really
educated.
good.
They need to be educated in musicals. Educated.
So, yeah. My Fair Lady.
That's why next week we're doing.
I mean,
Best
Pretty Woman
musicals.
does have an incredibly great soundtrack.
And
Oh.
just like the last round, it's a movie that was turned into a Broadway musical.
It was.
Bonnie and Clyde was, and My Fair Lady, and Pretty Woman was. So
Oh, Kevin, you went with the live action photos. That's
I'd
interesting.
much rather see Pretty Woman.
Yeah, I think I switched it up a little bit.
Okay, so we've got Beauty and the Beast versus the live action version of.
But those versions, they don't even have good chemistry.
No, you're not wrong. Yeah, the animated had more chemistry. Versus Jasmine
That's sad.
and Aladdin. So there we go. So we've got Beauty and the Beast versus Jasmine and Aladdin. So the Beast and Belle, Jasmine and Aladdin. Who's going to win this one? Let's find out. A little hard-boiled action being played for you.
Beast is a real man.
The Beast, showing you a whole new world.
Beast is going to
Be my guest.
Be my guest. Be my
Yeah,
guest.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
God damn, guys. What's going on over
Nobody's had a friend like me. It's Prince Ali,
here? Nice hot cuppa.
Ali Ababwa.
Every turn is surprise.
A little, what is it, ASMR? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, you can stop now.
there we go.
Are you doing AMR for somebody?
Is
Right?
Too
it?
much.
Yeah.
It's ASMR.
Yeah.
Too much.
Later, I'm going to smack my lips. You'll love it. Trust me. Okay. So, I think we're good on time. It's about a minute, right? Been about a minute?
Yep.
Okay. So let's go. Let's effing go, guys. Great job, chat. 10 likes. Let's get to 14. Same number. Yes, John, we've actually increased numbers since then. Thank you. Thank you so much. So let's get a few more likes. And we're up to 13. 13 likes. Oh, my God. Oh,
Let's
my.
get to 20.
Whoa.
Let's get to 20. Let's get to 20.
We got
Oh my
people
gosh.
throwing panties at us.
Undergarments. More undergarments.
Undergarments
Oh my
being
goodness.
thrown our way. We've got.
And
Oh.
Oh, it's
Even
crazy.
better if you subscribe, if you have not subscribed yet.
That's true. We really appreciate that. Let's see. Sean says CCB would have been good with Truly Scrumptious. And my mom says, I love musicals. Yes, she does. You're not wrong. Seven Brides. from
Thank you,
Seven
Mrs.
Brothers, I
McKinney. I'm
remember.
glad there's somebody with me.
Cat Baloo. Sammy says, Beauty and the Beast, you sons of bitches. John says, Aladdin all day, fuckheads. And
Aladdin is the
Wow.
best animated film ever, according
Yeah.
to our tournament.
yeah, these guys got crazy. Janet says Beauty and the Beast. Mom says Beauty and the Beast. Dad says Beauty and the Beast. Sammy says, plus the heroine is a bookworm like you. No, the bookworm like you is addicted to heroin, I think is what you meant to say. I think, Sammy. So, yeah. Sean McGean says Beauty and the Beast. Always remember the beauty is the beast.
You're not wrong, Donald, because I think that's why she doesn't see the Beast is a beast because she's on heroin.
See, I fucking knew it. I knew it.
By the way, doesn't the original story have a dark ending?
Yes. Enrique says Aladdin. Jan Michael Lamaris says Beauty and the Beast. Eli says Booty and the Beast. Oh, that's a different film. A different film, sir.
But a good one, nonetheless.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've all seen it. I mean,
Are you guys serious?
well, you haven't seen it, Kevin?
No, sir.
I'm pretty sure you're the one that loaned
No,
me the
sir.
copy. Like, you were like, here, you got to see this. It was the legend of, what was that film, Kevin? That you loaned me the legend of,
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we can't.
Bagger
say that.
Vance?
What was it? It was a legend of, what was the name?
Bagger
what was it?
Vance.
What was the
Bagger
title?
Vance.
Was it the legend
Bagger
of Bagger
Vance.
Vance? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Sure. Let's see. Sammy says, I want to adventure into Great Wide somewhere. JL. Uh-oh. We've got trouble in the house. JL says Aladdin. And Sammy says, what are the odds Donald gets the same exact pair of underwear thrown at him over and over and over? I don't know. I can't. Oh, stop it, guys. Stop with the underwear. Jeez, it's embarrassing. Chris Duque says Aladdin. And Chris says, sorry, but Beauty was about to get into some bestiality. She didn't know he could turn back. And sorry, Sammy. He says, I love you. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes. I do love them. Well put. Well put, Chris. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes. I believe there's been a few nights I've been over at your place and you're like, you don't believe me? Ask the dishes. And we went over and they were just sitting in the sink. They didn't say shit. But we just played along like they were talking and dancing. Because pretty sure he was on something at the time. But hey, you know, whatever. I digress. So where are we at with these numbers, guys?
If I'm not mistaken, we've got 7 for Beauty and the Beast and 4 for Aladdin.
Oof. Wow. Okay. Well, that's it. Aladdin got beat by Beauty and the Beast. I can't believe that. But moving on.
Nice.
This is
Hey,
crazy.
things happen. Things
Yeah.
happen.
Okay, so we've got another pretty good. This is just an epic battle round. Really, it's Rocky and Adrian. You know, Rocky's story is one of the saddest stories. He just keeps visiting people's graves. I'm just like, we don't need any more. Rocky and Adrian. Like, I don't want to see, like, just, no. Han Solo and Princess Leia. That's right. Versus Rocky and Adrian. Oh, this is tough, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who do you
Oh,
pick?
makes my heartburn
We
thinking about it.
have
Right.
There's Your Hat and I Know.
Yeah. How do you pick? How do you pick? Really, how do you pick?
The two, like, best ways of saying I love you without saying I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's a really good
Adrian!
point, Bonnie. That's
Yeah.
a really good point.
Adrian!
Yeah, it's the first thing he said. It
Bonnie,
wasn't,
these are
it
for
wasn't
you.
I love you or whatever. No, dude, I don't want
There you
those.
There you go.
Keep those to yourself.
No, it's just that you're
Keep
giving
those
you
to
credit. That's a
yourself,
good
sir.
point. Yeah, and I love how you ducked like you were gonna get hit with them. Oh! She falls backwards out of her chair. Oh shit! That was great. That was great.
Yeah. Well, also the cat is slinging his toy around again, so at any given second, I could be hit with another flying object.
Mm,
But anyways, I digress.
you digress. Okay, so
Back
let's,
to the point.
let's
You've
get back
got
to the
Rocky,
point.
the man of very few words, not so eloquent. You've got Han Solo, who's not exactly, he's got the swagger, but he's not exactly so eloquent himself all the time. And yeah, the two way they choose to express themselves. One woman says, I love you. He says, I know. Rocky sees Adrian after getting beat to a bloody pulp. First thing he says is, where's your hat?
Mm. All right, here we go. Let's start going. Let's see. This, I like it when you shush me, Sammy, says Chris. Aw, that's so cute.
Oh, God.
Enrique says, "Oh, those silk chonies, Donald." No, they're like a nice satiny kind of. They just feel nice on your balls. They're just very comfortable. Very comfortable. It's like a warm hand, satin hand, just gently fluffing. Gently fluffing. It's nice. It's nice. You should buy them. I'll send you the name of the brand. Let's see. Back to it. Sorry, guys. Sean McGean says Star Wars for sure. So, Chris, let's count Star Wars. Kevin, you're Rocky.
Okay.
Let's see. John Fox says Star Wars. Sammy says Star Wars. Mom says Star Wars. Dad says Star Wars. John Michael says Star Wars. Enrique says Star Wars. Sean McGean. Sean Shoulda McGean says Rocky should have been versus Streetcar named Desire as Stallone ripped off Brando. I would wager that he did a better job. I mean, I would argue that he did a better job than Brando.
That's cold.
In a Streetcar.
That's cold. That's cold.
I know, right?
That's cold.
Let's see where we go with this. He's gonna be like, I'm on my way over to your place right now. I'm gonna beat your ass. Janet says Star Wars. Black Crown, thank you, says Rocky. Yes, the force is strong with this chat, Sammy. Chris says Rocky and Adrian all the way. Eli Perez says Star Wars. JL says, come on, Hans and Leia. I feel like adding anything Star Wars needs to just battle Star Wars. And, well, I don't know. And Sammy says, I picked the scoundrel. And Mr. Sean. Big Sean in the house, everybody, says Rocky and Adrian. Spelling, please. John says, true, should be Star Wars couples versus Star Wars couple. You mean Leia and Luke versus Leia and Han? I guess we could have done that.
We debated that. We debated it over and over and over again.
Give me Raylo.
Ah!
Knows what I'm talking about.
Rocky's done. Let's just say that. I'm sorry,
Give
Rocky.
mercy. Give mercy.
Yeah.
Star Wars, Han and Leia won decisively. Here's an interesting one, and we're going to go with something a little epic on this one. We're going... Oh, damn. Kevin, I don't know where the other... I picked the corrected one. Oh, there it is. Okay, got it.
Yeah. There
Okay, so we've got Clark Kent and Lois Lane from Superman, of course. And they are going up against Peter Parker and Mary Jane from Spider-Man. Now, there's a correct one to choose, and there's an incorrect one to choose. I hope all of you choose the correct one. Because I have a feeling you will.
What if they don't?
But if you don't, then I'll have to... Geez, I'll have to drive to everybody's place and slap them. It's going to get hard.
Well, good. I am feeling a little lonely. I would like for you to come. At least have somebody.
You want me to slap you around, Chris?
Sure, why not?
Oh, he's begging for it.
I guess. All right. Oh, shit, this is tough. It ain't that tough, Chris. Figure it out. Sammy says, I was talking about Donald's underwear description. Oh. Yeah. Sammy, I'm not going to let you borrow them. I'm sorry. These are mine. This is my pair of pants. You can't borrow them. They're clean, but you still can't borrow them. They're mine. Maybe I'll wear them tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know. We got some epic songs going. You didn't even spell Lois right, JL. I mean, you chose incorrectly, and then you spelled. It's not Lewis.
Sean has corrected you, sir. You are incorrect.
Oh, yeah, but nobody cares. Nobody cares.
What?
Nobody cares. What? Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Yes, they do.
Whatever Brando did, Stallone did it better.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Wow.
I mean, let's look at like later in our lives. We have to look at their
Let's see.
breadth of
Brando.
work.
You're right. Brando did Vietnam. Stallone did it better.
Yep. And Brando read lines off of babies' diapers. Stallone did not. He actually learned his lines. So I would wager to say that Stallone is a overall better actor than Marlon Brando.
I mean, half the time Stallone was writing his own lines because
that's true. That's
he
true.
was the screenwriter,
and that's fair.
So.
Yeah.
Now, Brando doesn't have the
talent behind him.
Expendables. That's true. Brando didn't have like his own Expendables team. That's true.
No, but if he did, you imagine? It'd be the Expandables.
Oh, shit.
These donuts at Crafty are great. Yeah, I know. Which one did you get?
I don't. I do have to admit though, The Island of Dr. Moreau with him and Val Kilmer. Was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
So
I have to admit that. That was so bad.
It's
My
so
goodness,
bad.
that was
It's
terrible.
so bad. But I do love to read all the behind the scenes shit that took place because it's insane. It's batshit insane. It really is.
Yeah, no, I know I'll get flack for this, but I have to say I loved him in Guys and Dolls. I did.
That's fine.
Nothing
That's
wrong with
fine.
I know a lot of people like to debate over that one because a lot of people didn't think that he should have been Sky Masterson, but it worked for me. I liked him in that.
Oh wow, John Fox, what's your problem, man? Terry Hatcher,
Right.
yes, but wrong pick. Oh man.
Hey, I love Terry Hatcher, and in fact, if that sways anybody, let me just pull up the 1990s TV series.
That's
Lois
right.
and
It
Clark
is
and the
there.
New Adventures of Superman, which is one of my
It is
favorite
there.
incarnations of Superman and Lois and Clark. The fact that Dean Cain is a little bit of an angry man now, I don't care. I loved him in the role. I thought he was great. Terry's great. It was a perfect storm. So there you go, John. That's for you. Enrique
John.
says Superman. So Chris, you're doing Superman. Bonnie, can you count Spider-Man?
Sure.
Let's see. JL says Spider-Man. She was fooled by glasses. Sorry, Lois. Mom says Superman. Dad says Superman. Sammy says, "Oh no, how will I ever survive?" Chris says, "Gotta go Superman and Lois." Black Crown says Peter and Mary. Sean McGee says Superman. Sammy says Superman. John Fox says Spidey. JL says the girl then from Superman. Janet says Superman and Lois. Mr. Sean says, Big Sean says Clark and Lois. My personal favorite Lois is Terry Hatcher. Yes. Sean McGee says Delusional Donald. That was actually my rapper name for a while back when I was trying to break into hip hop. Eli says, I'll always take Lois over Mary Jane. Good man. Sean McGee says, and conspirational Chris. And Chris says Terry Hatcher
Conspiratorial.
might have been the most attractive Lois ever. Yes, she was pretty beautiful. Season 1, by the way. Season 1, Terry Hatcher Lois. Because then she cut her hair and it wasn't as good after that. Like, I love long hair Terry Hatcher. John says Terry Hatcher, yes, but wrong pick, so no vote, Spidey. But he already voted, by the way. Sean McGee says, dudes, even Stallone would admit that Brando in his prime was Sly's idol. That doesn't mean you can't be better than somebody just because they're your idol. John Fox says Terry and Kane. Yes, there you go. Got my vote. No, you still vote Spidey. So there it is. Break into hip hop. Someone tells this white fool what's up. Big Sean says Brando was terrific in Guys and Dolls. As weird as it was to see him in a musical, it worked. Good thing it was early. Later Brando would have not worked. That's correct. And JL says also you could have put up Henry Cavill for the win in anything. Just saying. Yeah, but that movie wasn't very good. JL. So.
Would you tell it to his face?
So what's the numbers here? It sounds like Lois and Clark ran away with it. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I only have 3 for Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 8 votes for Lois and Clark.
Okay. All right, moving on then. All right, Peter and Mary, sorry. Your relationship sucks. In JL and John, I'm actually shocked that both of you went for Spider-Man, particularly because Lois and Clark has the foundational relationship, the marriage of all marriages. It's solid as a rock. Where Peter and Mary have gone multiple ways with multiple lovers throughout the course of their relationship. But hey, I mean, you do you. You do you. Nothing
Not judging, are you?
Nothing wrong with it. I'm not judging. No, I'm not judging. I'm just surprised. That's all. Actually, I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at John because he's a big Spider-Man fan. Big Miles Morales fan too. As far as Spider-Man.
Oh, good.
Okay, so this is the second round, right? Now we're moving to the second round. This is going to get faster, and we're going to give less time in between. So let's rock and roll with this. All right, round 1 is on this one is going to be Albert
Quarterfinals, yeah.
Arnold from Birdcage. Albert and Arnold from the Birdcage. and they are going up against Morticia and Gomez Addams. Crazy. Okay, this is an interesting one. I would say this, based on, I was shocked that the Birdcage did so well. So based on earlier votes, I would say this might be a dead heat. This might be. It's possible it's a dead heat, Bonnie. It's possible.
It may not be. It may not be.
And there we go. Let's start counting some votes. So let's start voting, people. Albert and Arnold versus Morticia and Gomez Addams.
We even need to vote.
Do we need to vote? What do you mean? You think it's going to be a blowout?
Yeah, it's gonna be a blowout. It's gonna be a massacre.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I see 3 for Birdcage. No one wants to restore the Snyderverse, Chris Duquet. Everybody that has any sense in their head wants James Gunn to complete his Universal idea. Because he loves the little guys, the unknown characters, and he loves to make them shine. And that's what I love about him. So we're getting Metamorpho, we're getting Mr. Terrific. You know, we're getting these characters that no one really knows much about in the DC universe, and they're finally getting their chance to shine. Peacemaker, for God's sakes, was a bullshit character no one gave an F about forever. And now everybody loves him. He's in a Mortal Kombat game, for God's sakes. That just shows you. Snyder didn't do that. But okay, here we go. Gonna count the votes. Let's see. John Fox says, I judged based on hotness, and Mary Jane beats out old Superman, but Terry beats out Mary Jane. Okay. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Eli Perez says Birdcage. So, Chris, you're doing Birdcage. Kevin, you're doing Addams Family.
Right.
Jan Michael says Addams Family. Enrique says Addams Family. Chris says Addams Family. Sean McGean says Addams Family. Mom says Birdcage. Dad says Birdcage. Sammy says Addams Family. John Fox says Addams Family. Black Crown says Addams Family. Big Sean says Addams Family. Chris says you're wrong. I don't know who he's talking to. Janet says Birdcage. Chris says he created the darkness to DC perfectly. No, he didn't. No, he made it too dark, Chris. I'm right. You were wrong. That's why it got erased from history. That's why they're not doing it anymore. I'll fight you on it.
That's so dark you can't see it.
Yeah. Sean McGean, did anybody watch La Cage à Filet, the original French film? I don't know how to pronounce it in French.
Yes, I love that movie.
La Cage à Filet.
Yeah, that's it. So we don't even have to keep going. It's Addams Family wins.
I told you, Donald.
Yep.
I know, but I still like to give people a chance, for God's sake, sir. This one, though, I don't know about this one. Chris, what do you think about this one?
Poor Bonnie.
You guys know my opinion on this one.
I really love this version, particularly because they did show it at my school, and we knew we were going to get to see boobs. And that was the most exciting thing for any of us young kids in school, was like, are you serious? We're going to get to see them? And they were like, I don't remember them showing breastises in that movie. Kevin?
Yeah.
Did you have your
Romeo and Juliet have a sex scene, and they show Juliet's little boobies.
They're not little, sir. They are not
little. No, they're not. But I
think
it's funny because she's supposed to be. Because
Olivia Hussey showed her chest, you're saying?
Yeah.
And she's supposed to be. And Juliet's supposed to be 14 years old. That's the funny thing.
This was a rather dark series of films. So let's give a little rain and thunder going on.
Yes, Bonnie. She was only 17. Yes.
So Romeo and Juliet versus Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh no, poor Bonnie. This may not work out to your advantage.
Seriously, come on, people.
Wow.
But Romeo and Juliet is the ultimate love story.
Right?
Wow.
They kill each other for love.
An obvious choice.
If Bonnie and Clyde wins this whole tournament, if Bonnie and Clyde wins this full tournament, I don't know what to say.
See, so Bonnie and Clyde's deaths aren't tragic. Romeo thinks that Juliet's dead, so kills himself, and then Juliet wakes up as he's dying.
Yeah.
Holds his dead body in her arms, and then kills herself because she's so distraught.
That is the real tragedy.
Yes.
So the Montagues, The Montagues and the Capulets.
Yeah, not Bonnie and Clyde getting taken out in massive gunfire. That's not tragic. That is deserved. So yeah. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad.
This is close.
Here we go. You guys ready to count? Let's start counting so we can get these done. Chris, you're Bonnie and Clyde. Kevin, you are Romeo and Juliet. Okay.
Okay.
Do this to me.
Okay. The Flash reversing time was the greatest superhero scene of all time. Okay, I'm done. The Flash wasn't... That Flash was part of, technically, the Snyder Universe. And I did enjoy the Flash film, actually, very much so. But the guy playing the Flash is a piece of shit, so there you go. Big Sean says, Sean McGean... never mind, they're talking. Eli says Bonnie and Clyde. Enrique says Bonnie and Clyde. Sammy says Romeo and Juliet. Sean says Romeo and Juliet. Chris says Romeo and Juliet. Big Sean says Bonnie and Clyde. Dad voted for Bonnie and Clyde. Black Crown says Bonnie and Clyde. Janet says Romeo and Juliet. Enrique says it started raining again. Chris says nicer clothes, LOL. JL says Bonnie and Clyde. Don't die for each other, kill for each other. Isn't that love?
No.
Sean McGean says Bonnie and Clyde's death scene was shocking at the time, though. Most graphic death scene in film up to that point. John Fox, speaking of French and U.S. versions, Le Dîner des Cons was super funny. American version tried and wasn't bad, but the original was super funny. So where are we at, guys?
This is really sad. I only have 4 for Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, that's what I counted also.
Well,
Wow.
that's it. Sorry,
Wow.
guys.
Audience, you disappoint me.
Wow.
Bonnie and Clyde.
My,
Don't worry,
my.
Bonnie. I think in the next round, Bonnie and Clyde won't make it. Okay, so next, here we go.
I hope not. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, right? Okay, so we've got...
I mean, we could have an upset.
It's true. We've got Pretty Woman, Vivian and Edward. This was an upset, I thought, personally. So Vivian and Edward is going to go up against Beauty and the Beast. Isn't that funny? That's funny. Beauty and the Beast.
A different Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Versus Vivian and Edward from Pretty Woman. So Belle and the Beast versus Vivian and Edward from Pretty Woman. So who are we voting for? Who are we voting for, guys? Let's do a little tiki bar mixer.
Calypso.
It's just the name of it, Bonnie. I can't change the name.
I know you can't. I'm just saying.
Gotcha. All right, so what do we think? What do we think here? I think it's a coin flip, but I'm going to go with Beauty and the Beast on this one.
I mean, for me personally, Pretty Woman, but I'm not going to be surprised at all if Beauty and the Beast takes it.
Now, what if the Beast hired a prostitute for the night? And it was
I mean,
Julia
when you
Roberts.
think about it, isn't that kind of what he does to Belle? He kind of,
Turns into.
I mean, she wasn't willing.
No, it's more she turns him than him turning her.
I think over time, but there is this whole big. I love the fact that when we did Beauty and the Beast versus Aladdin, it was that what is it? It's the what syndrome? Jesus.
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome versus just desperate to eat. So Aladdin was just doing it basically because he was desperate to eat because he was starving to death. So there was desperation, and the Beast just wanted somebody to love him, so he kidnapped this girl basically. So that they created this Stockholm syndrome. So you had two of the worst situations creating love, and people were like, oh, and now it's happening again. We've got a guy that hires a prostitute, and she forms kind of like a Stockholm syndrome. Because let's be honest, if he hired her and he was like, oh, I had enough money for you or a sandwich, so I went with you, and I have ramen noodles we can have together, that would have been the end of the movie. It would have been like they had ramen, they had sex, she went home. Done. But he was rich, guys. He had money. So money equates love in so many instances. Also in Beauty and the
Well, and
Beast.
she was the hooker with the heart of gold.
If Beast didn't have money, if he lived in a cave and kidnapped her, this shit'd be over so fast. Come on. Money cures all. That's the moral of the
does
story.
it? Does it?
Here we go. Let's do the count. Bonnie, you're going to be Pretty
Yes.
Woman. Kevin, you're Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
Let's see. All right, we got a fair amount of mixed votes here, guys. This is going to be nice. Big Sean says, if you want a great torrid love couple, I'd go with Nick Cage and Cher and Moonstruck. Oh, that's actually a really good choice. Sammy says, crap. Oh, no. Mom says Pretty Woman. Dad says Pretty Woman. Enrique says Beauty and the Beast. JL says Pretty Woman. Chris Duque says, waiting for Sammy to answer. Sammy says
What?
Beauty and the Beast. Black Crown says Pretty Woman. Janet says Pretty Woman. Jan Michael says Beauty and the Beast. Chris says Beauty and the Beast. Eli says still saying Booty and the Beast. She was a prisoner, not a hooker. Jeez. Wait. In Pretty Woman, she was a prisoner? I'm pretty sure she was a hooker, Sammy. Big Sean says Beauty and the Beast. Prefer the French 1946 version. Not a fan of Pretty Woman. Sean McGee says, how come no James Dean and Natalie Wood in Rebel Without a Cause? Bogart and Book. I tell you what, Sean, I know you like to mention Bogart in every single live show, but it's just not going to happen, buddy. Not in every one. I'm sorry. We've given you a lot of Bogart this year. That's fair. That's fair.
But not enough.
James Dean, maybe not enough, but his career wasn't very long. So
Yeah. He only had 3 movies.
yeah, I'm not that like in love with James Dean, to be honest. It's just he's not my jam. He never was. He just seemed like a cocky little shit.
Wow.
And Chris
Wow.
says Eli should have said Booty and the Big Breast. Sean says Beauty and the Beast gets my vote. Chris says, yeah, hookers don't like to read like Belle does. And Sean McGee says, I agree with you, Mr. Sean. All Gene Cocteau's films are great. Cocktails. And Hector says Beauty and the Yeast. Okay, so we've had all the incarnations of Beauty and the Beast we can get with their porn names. We have Pretty Woman. Where are we at on the numbers, guys?
I have 5 for Pretty Woman.
I have 7 for Beauty and the Beast.
Ooh, sounds like Pretty Woman barely lost out to Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
I'm not surprised, really.
All right. I think this one's going to be tough, this next one. I think this next one's going to be tough, and I think if you guys know me, you know which one to choose. You know the right choice. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything else about it. I'm just going to say, make the right decision, because your life depends upon it.
Wow. Are you threatening the audience?
No, why would I do
always
that?
threatens the audience.
Why would I do that, Kevin? No, I'm not threatening anybody. I'm not threatening anyone. We've got
Ladies
Han
and gentlemen,
Solo and Princess Leia. What, Kevin? What?
this quarterfinal matchup, you will not lose your life if you pick the right choice.
The right choice. That's correct. Yeah, you got to pick the right choice. You have to pick the right choice. And here is a choice that could possibly be right. It's Clark Kent and Lois Lane, everybody. Clark Kent and Lois Lane up against, who cares? But Clark Kent and Lois Lane,
Wow.
everybody,
Wow.
up against another choice that you could choose. Would be wrong, but you could choose it. America.
The Force.
You have the right.
Choose the Force. No, choose the Force.
I'll tell you what. There's a lot of force in Clark Kent. A lot of force in Lois Lane.
And the Force can take down Clark Kent and Superman. Nothing can
When,
beat the Force.
when Lois and Clark had a
I mean,
baby,
my vote would go to the Force.
when Lois and Clark had a baby, the baby didn't kill Clark. Just saying. Didn't grow up and say, I want you dead.
But the baby wasn't corrupted by an outside force like Brainiac.
Pish
In this
posh.
case, Kylo Ren was corrupted.
That whole series was trash. Get out of here.
Yes,
with
that's
that.
true. That I do agree with.
Mom and Dad, you
I
have
enjoyed
failed
the new
me.
series. I know I'm
How
a minority,
dare
but I
you.
enjoyed it.
Oh, I hate everything you guys are choosing to be right now in the chat. I swear.
Be nice to your parents.
Be
What?
nice to your parents.
That's it.
right.
That's it. That's it. That's it. You wanted. You're not getting your medication for 2 weeks now. That's
What?
it.
Wow.
Cutting you off.
Wow.
Blood pressure's just going to be through the roof because you're not taking your pills because you don't have any.
The irony right now. The irony.
Don't worry, Mr. McKinney and Miss McKinney. We will send you your medication. Don't worry about that.
Superman and Lois's kid didn't kill.
I know. That's the pot calling the kettle black, right, Bonnie?
Fair. All right.
Pot calling the kettle black.
Chris, I'm going to give you very little to do. You're going to count Lois and Clark. And Bonnie, let's have you count Star Wars, okay?
I'm sorry, Donald.
Yeah, thank you. I know. I'm sorry, too. I'm sorry, too, that people... Really, I'm super sorry that they cannot see that the awesomeness of Superman. I just don't understand it, but okay.
I think people see the awesomeness. It's just that the awesomeness of Han and Leia wins out more.
That's right. That's right.
Sean M mentions Bogey because he is right. All right, so Big Sean, next time I see you, I want you to come in dressed as Humphrey Bogart. I want a trench coat, and I want you to do all the lines of his famous films.
You could do it. You could do it.
If you do it, your pools for the week are free. On me, I'll pay for them. Let's see. JL says Star Wars. Chris Duque says Superman and Lois. Yes, Chris. Let's see. Enrique says Superman. That's right. Sammy's dumb. She says Star Wars. Mom and Dad aren't much better. They say Star Wars, both of them. Bunch of drunks.
Wow. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Donald.
You're terrible.
With a straight face.
You are terrible. Terrible.
Janet says Lois and Superman. He's so sweet and romantic. There we go. John Fox says Star Wars. Sean McGee says Star Wars. Chris Duque says, yeah, let's go. F Star Wars. Haha. Big Sean says Lois and Clark. Eli says Star Wars. Black Crown says Soups and Lois. John Fox says respect your elders. Yeah, you do the same, John.
That's
I'm
right.
5 years older than you. You do the same, sir. And Dad says, Mom and Dad say LOL. See, they thought it was funny. Hector Hernandez says Superman. Chris says, Sammy, how could you? Mom says, we're fine. We know a guy. Sean McGee says, Kevin is a good dude. Donald is dastardly. Yeah. Well, Sean's never been in my shop, so he wouldn't know because he never comes to visit me. Though I don't work the weekends, so there's that. Sammy says, Star Wars beats Superman. Sorry, not sorry, but she's already voted. John Fex says, Donald, YOLO, Ren. And Chris says, boo, Bonnie, boo, Kevin, yay, Donald. And where are we at on the votes, guys? It seems like it's pretty close, right?
I can't tell if that last one about Raylo or whatever was an actual vote.
Not a vote. He had already
Not a
voted.
vote. Okay. Then I have 7 for Star Wars.
And I have 6.
6?
for
6?
Superman.
Hang on.
Yes.
Hang on. Let's go back through. Let's go back through and make sure.
Of course, you
We
bastard.
We got to have a
Of course
recount,
you gotta
everybody.
recount.
Oh, hang on.
Of course you gotta recount.
Oh, shit. Jesus wants a recount. There we go. There we go. The sound from up above.
Jesus just spoke to you?
We got Jesus gave me a recount from up above. So here we go.
God. It's still going to come out the same way.
So we've
Exactly.
got Star Wars, Superman,
Mhm.
Superman, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Superman, Star Wars, Star Wars, Superman, Star Wars, Superman, Superman. And let's see.
Trying to figure out how to make up a vote.
Yeah. That's exactly what he's doing.
But put it this way, if it goes to the
We
Supreme
are
Court, you're still
still-
going to
Hang on,
lose.
hang on,
You're
hang
still
on.
going to lose.
That's not true. You don't know
We're
that.
still 7-6. So suck it up, Buttercup.
Exactly. Suck it up, Buttercup.
All right. So where are we at on these votes, guys?
We are
Still
7
7-6.
Star Wars.
Oh, really? Nobody else wants to vote? And we haven't. Maybe I haven't seen it.
We're well over time.
The
on
time
this
is
one.
over, yes.
Hector
don't-
Hernandez
don't-
said
don't be a
Superman
No,
Don't be a crook.
no,
earlier.
we're done. We're
I
done
think
here.
this was stolen. I agree, Chris. This election is stolen. It's rigged. That's it. All right.
Tears.
So Han and Leia just cheats to win.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I mean, that is how
Sure.
a smuggler works.
Yep, I know, right? So many parsecs, my ass. I blame Sammy too. She chose incorrectly.
Sammy, you're a wise woman. You're a wise.
She has no taste.
Yes,
I've
does.
seen the
She's
men she dates.
Wow.
No taste whatsoever.
Wow, that's a low blow, man.
She dated Shaggy from Scooby Doo. I saw it. I saw it happen. She went on a date with Shaggy from Scooby Doo. It happened.
Low blow.
You mean
It happened.
Matthew Lillard is
like,
the actual
he was
cartoon
like
character?
for sure, Sammy. Yeah. You gonna eat that? Yeah, that's how that went. I'm not kidding.
Okay, next round.
All right, next round.
This is gonna be interesting.
Oh, you ain't wrong. Morticia
This
and
better
Gomez.
go the right way.
Morticia and Gomez from Addams Family. Oh, Bonnie, for your sake, I hope.
Me too.
This seriously better go the right way.
We're in the semifinals. If Bonnie and Clyde makes it to the championship round, I don't know what to say.
Versus Bonnie and Clyde, yeah. So here we go. Morticia and Gomez Addams versus Bonnie and Clyde. We've got some old schoolers in here, some people that like the classics, so you never know where it could go, honestly. Sammy says, whoa, how dare you? Chris says, no taste. No wonder she doesn't flirt back.
Wow.
Sniddly Whiplash's cousin, says Sean McGean. Eli says, both had planets explode. Hector says, air it out, y'all. Let's hear the Shaggy story. Now I'm really going to smack you, Donald, says Sammy. Enrique says Adams. Oh, we're getting votes. Okay. The votes are coming in. Let's do a little music here. What do we got? We'll do some stuff.
Oh, Bonnie. There might be some redemption here.
I really hope so. I really, really hope so.
I hope whoever means to vote accidentally slips up and keeps going with Superman. Like if they meant to vote for the Addams Family. That way the Addams Family gets less votes. And it's Bonnie and Clyde. And it's something Bonnie hates that gets in there.
I don't even have a comeback for that. I really don't.
Yeah,
What's the point?
it's true.
There's no, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Ready?
All right, you ready, guys?
Ready.
All right, so Addams Family versus Bonnie and Clyde. I'm just going to read them off because I don't think we have to worry. Let's see. Addams Family. Bonnie and Clyde for sure, says Sean McGean. See, I told you. Jan Michael says Addams Family. Chris says Addams Family. Hector, Addams Family. John, Addams Family. Bonnie and Clyde for Dad. Okay. Janet says Addams Family. Background, Addams Family. Mom says Addams Family for me. JL says Addams Family. Eli says Bonnie and Clyde. Sammy says Blink Blink, Bonnie and Clyde. Big Sean says Morticia and Gomez prefer the positive underlying sexual tension. You would, Big Sean. I feel like there's that every time you come in. Every time you come into the store, there's this underlying sexual tension. Not with me, mind you, but with anybody else that walks in the store. You've got this underlying sexual tension with them. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Director of the awards in. He says, yo, what's up, Bonnie and Clyde? And then Chris says, I love my Monday nights with you guys for real, like all of you, everyone in the chat and everything. This is such a fun podcast. Oh, thank you, buddy.
Oh, I have friends. I actually have friends.
Yes, sir. You have 22 friends, sir.
Sammy says, I didn't vote for Bonnie and Clyde. Yes, you did. I was signaling to Bonnie for help. Nope. Sorry, Sammy. That's a Bonnie and Clyde vote. Sorry. All right. So Addams Family wins. We don't even have to count them.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic.
Like 11-5.
Yeah. So here we go. We've got Beauty and the Beast versus Han and Leia. Guys, choose right. Like, we don't want Star Wars. Do we want Star Wars to win everything all the time?
Yes.
That's the thing. Do we want that?
The Force is strong.
Do we
want Superman and Lois to win everything?
They don't. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding? I said fuck on the air. That's how you've pushed me too far.
Oh, great. Now we're going to be canceled again.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you use the F word every week. You can
Superman
use the F word every week.
Never wins. He always loses all the time. What are you talking about? Are you high?
Superman won a tournament last year. You're wrong.
Do you mean like
I
prove it?
That.
I want everybody in the chat to watch the episode and prove me wrong.
Which episode was it?
I don't know. Just watch them all and see if you can figure it out.
There was a tournament that Superman won.
Yeah, I
where?
remember that as well.
But where though? The viewers will have to find it.
It was the hardest abs episode.
Okay.
Hardest abs episode.
All right, so we have Han and Leia versus Beauty and the Beast, guys. Here we go. Let's go. Han and Leia versus Beauty and the Beast. Let's make it sexy.
The Force is strong.
All right, let's go. Let's go. We're going to just start counting votes right away. Kevin, you are Beauty and the Beast. Chris, you're Star Wars. Sound fair?
Of course you do that.
I feel like this one could go either way.
All right, here we go. Ward says, how do you signal Bonnie for assistance? Sean McGee says Star Wars. Eli says Star Wars. Chris says Beauty and the Beast all the way. John says, chat, you accidentally clicked wrong. Let's see the likes. Oh, there we go. Thank you, John. John says Donald gets canceled but always comes back. That's true. That's true. Most Donalds, actually. Let's be realistic. Most Donalds get canceled and we always come back.
We're not going to compare you to that other one.
Well,
though.
are you talking about
Donald Duck?
Donald Duck, who was on DuckTales and then he came back on a new Duck?
Yeah. Sammy says there's a reason for that. Enrique says Beauty and the Beast. Sammy votes for Beauty and the Beast, just saying, says Chris. Ward says the Force will be with you always. I'm not sure if that's a vote. Janice says Beauty and the Beast. John says Star Wars. Ward says Han Solo and Leia, so he's voting Star Wars officially. Hector says Beauty and the Beast. And then Sammy says, I speak for myself, thank you very much, Han and Leia, because I'm incorrect. Big Sean says Beauty and the Beast. Mom says Beauty and the Beast. Dad says Beauty and the Beast. And Black Crown says Han and Leia. So where are we at with these votes, guys?
We are at 6 for Star Wars.
I have what's like 7 for Beauty and the Beast. We may have to recount just to make sure,
Nope. Looks like Beauty and the Beast takes it.
Oh, you hypocrite!
What?
Double check
What?
that. Double
What?
check.
What?
Hypocrite!
What?
Hypocrite. You made sure.
Oh, whatever. Whatever. I'll go
Wait.
through it again
Wait,
because
wait.
Kevin's going to cry.
No, recount on this one because there were a couple of takesy
Ugh.
backsies or
Exactly.
before
Fine.
ones.
Exactly.
Bonnie and
So,
Clyde.
yeah,
Oh, wait.
clarify.
No. Okay. Sean McGee, Star Wars. Eli, Star Wars. Chris, Beauty and the Beast. Enrique, Beauty and the Beast. Janet, Beauty and the Beast. John, Star Wars. Director of the Multiverse Ward says Star Wars. Hector, Beauty and the Beast. Sammy, Star Wars. Big Sean, Beauty and the Beast. Mom, Beauty and the Beast. Dad, Beauty and the Beast. Black Crown, Star Wars. JL, Star Wars. And then Sean McGee says, did you guys hear that Marvel will start? JL's came in after we stopped the count, though. So are we counting it?
No.
Yes, we are.
We have to because the way with what you just counted, I have a tie.
Yep, 7-7.
Yep.
If we count
Yep.
I
JL,
missed
yeah.
one.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
So you know what?
All right.
You know what that means? Goes to the
No,
Supreme
no, if-
Court.
No, if we have JL, what did they vote? Because we don't have their vote, and right now it's a tie.
Yeah, that means it's a tie. So it would go to the Supreme Council.
Court or
Oh,
council,
Dales
whatever.
gave us the tie?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
So now.
All right.
Time for me to put the robes on.
All right, put your robe on. You know my vote. I know your vote. It's between Chris and Bonnie. We don't have to worry.
Sister Bonnie, you know that we go back 21 years.
You can't do that, Kevin.
You know
I go
that-
back just as long.
No, that's not true.
Actually, no. Kevin and
I've
I
been to her
go
house
one
more.
year further.
More
That
than
may be-
you.
That
I
may be
spent
true,
New
but-
Year's Eve and New Year's Day with Bonnie. Did you,
But
Kevin?
Bonnie and I, we've had some great conversations. We have a lot in common. And my Zelle account is
Do you
working
remember,
quite well
Bonnie?
today.
Bonnie. Do you remember when we did that scene where I had the time of my life and you jumped
We did not.
and I grabbed
What?
you and I held you in my arms as you planked overhead like this?
I don't think so.
That was a beautiful
basically-
moment,
I don't
Bonnie.
think so, sir.
So
I don't
basically,
think
That's a
you're
beautiful
Ryan
moment.
Gosling and she's Emma Stone. Is that what you're saying?
Are you going? Wait, are you going Sith on this, Bonnie? Are you going Sith? What are you doing? What is this?
Hey,
What is
sometimes
this?
the way of
What
a
is
Sith is
happening?
okay.
Okay, Bonnie. What are you doing? What are you doing? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Professor
Go ahead.
Turner, I'm gonna sell you some
ahead.
money for your vote, sir, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
How much?
Go ahead.
How much you want?
Let's see. How much I need for rent? I need about.
Look. I'm just saying, if it ties, it goes to a coin toss. And I have 15 different
No, that's-
coins.
the Supreme Court. Go to the Supreme. Oh, you mean for us? It's not gonna.
Yeah,
tie.
if we tie.
It's not gonna tie.
Oh, what? What?
Oh, Bonnie, I love your Sith Lord outfit. Very nice.
Thank you.
Love your Sith robes. Very nice.
Thank you.
What?
Why, thank
I was
you.
going to go with this Castle
And then
Neuschwanstein
Poe
coin.
just kind of just decided to complete
It's so
the whole
cool.
thing right now.
Bonnie, what are you voting for? Just tell us.
You know how she's voting. She's dressed
I'm
as a
voting
Sith
for
Lord.
Han and Leia.
Oh,
see?
Chris.
I'm thinking. This is very difficult for me because I love
He
both of these
agrees with
movies.
me.
You better think who you want to cruise
Poe
with.
agrees.
Who
Han
are you
and
going to be
Leia.
on a cruise with? Who's going to push you over if you vote the wrong?
Whoa! Now
Nobody,
you're threatening
because
me with
I'm not too.
violence? With violence?
But what
Yeah,
if
no,
you
no,
fell?
like your little,
If you fell, I'd help you. I'd catch
like your
you.
little scrawny little arms could push me overboard.
If you fell, boom. If you fell, I could look at this. Look at this. I've been working out,
Wow.
Chris. I could catch you.
Who's the true Sith Lord, Bonnie? Look at
Chris,
this.
Chris. Remember when you
I
did
mean,
that?
clearly.
I had the time of my life, and you jumped, and I tried to catch you.
All right. Let me explain. I have an answer. I have a winner.
All right, Professor.
Not a winner, but I have a guess.
Okay.
And I'm going based on who I truly feel is a better couple,
Fuck.
based on what happens in their marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I am going with Beauty and the Beast because Han and Leia break up.
Oh,
I like Star Wars better as movies, but Bella and Beast don't
Corruption.
break up.
Corruption.
how could you, sir? How
All
could
How
you?
right.
should you, sir?
Hey guys,
Oh.
this wasn't a best movie competition. It was a best
Woo!
couple competition.
That's true. That's true. There we go. Belle and the Beast. It is tied, guys. That means the coin
Han never kidnapped Leia
will
and held
reveal
her against her will.
Castle
Exactly.
Neuschwanstein. I feel it's very apropos.
All right, to be fair, he didn't kidnap her. He saved her from wolves and locked her in a prison. There's a difference. He didn't just
And-
go out and snap her and
Yeah, and the saving her from wolves was after kidnapping her.
no, didn't she go
Yeah,
looking for her
Chris
dad?
says,
She got caught
I
by
mean,
wolves.
Leia hooked up with her brother, for God's sakes. There we go. See, she couldn't
She
figure
did
it
not
out.
hook up with her brother.
She couldn't
no.
figure it out. She played smooch lips with her brother. Gross.
One peck on
Gross.
the lips. Everybody always acts as if they were like making
Okay,
out
I'm
with tongue.
officially. I'm
That did
taking the
not
coin
happen.
out. I'm taking
Like
the
Angelina
coin out.
Jolie and her brother.
Okay, the coin's coming out, guys. Here we go. I got this in Germany. This is a Castle Neuschwanstein. This is the Sleeping Beauty castle, inspiration from Walt Disney. So this is fitting that we're using this. Also, Beast was in a castle. So the castle side is going to be for Beauty and the Beast. And the other side just says Germany. So for Nazis. And it's going for Star Wars.
Wow.
So
Wow.
there we go.
Oh my god. You.
There we go. So best
Buddy.
2 out of 3. Are we ready
Let's
for
use
the
the
flip?
Force.
He's got
Yes.
some opinions
Are you
here.
ready for the
We're gonna
flip?
use the Force. We're gonna use the Force.
I just showed the coin, Sammy. What are you talking about? There's no cheating. I will be 100% honest on this, I promise. Ready? Ready? Okay. Castle.
Show us.
That's the castle, right?
That's the Beast. Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. Okay. Here we go. Ready?
Come on, Germany. Come on, Germany.
Germany.
Yes.
Nazis. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Come on. Germany. Germany.
Castle. Beauty and the Beast takes it. Suck it, Star Wars. Goodbye.
Sammy, you're right. It was a trick coin, Sammy. You're right.
It's not a trick coin. What are you talking about? You're singing right here. There we go. There we go. Beauty and the Beast. Star Wars can suck it. So here we go.
So can
That's okay.
Superman. So can
Final battle.
Final
Beauty and the
battle.
Beast versus, this is all for naught anyway, and we're going to find out, by the way.
It is.
Morticia and Gomez versus Beauty and the
We know
Beast.
where
Let's
this
see
is
who wins.
going. It's very obvious where this is gonna go.
And I would like to say, if Morticia and Gomez does win, I'd like to see if everybody would have voted for Morticia and Gomez if it had been the other way around, if Star Wars would have won.
Yes,
If that's the
I
case.
think they
But if
probably
Beauty and the
would
Beast
have.
wins, it doesn't matter. Chris, we won it. We won it. Both Chris's, me and both Chris's took it home. This is for everybody. This is for the North. This is for the North. We do this for the North, guys. For the North.
How's it feel being in a Chris sandwich, Donald?
Oh, delicious. I tell you what.
Well, I
They're
hope you
delicious,
get mustard. I hope mustard gets spread on you then.
Mustard? Ugh. You think we are in Germany?
All right, let's start counting some votes. You guys ready? It's time for some Tiki Bar. Bonnie's favorite. And let's do it. Okay, so
Really
Chris,
hard.
you are counting Beauty and the Beast. Bonnie,
Gotcha.
you are counting Addams Family, okay?
Okay.
Chris says, goodbye, Suck Wars. And Eli says, if you ain't wrong, you're right.
Wow. Wow.
Ugh.
Wow. Wow.
Mm.
My goodness.
I was in Germany, John. I was in Germany in 2022.
I was supposed to be.
Man, everybody was like going crazy in the chats. This is insane. This is great, though. I love it. I love it. Okay. John Fox says Addams Family. Janet says Addams Family. Hector says Addams Family. Enrique says Addams Family. Sean McGee says Bonnie and Clyde. Okay. Not going to let that one go, huh?
You're
Chris
wrong.
says speech. Well, I think I already made plenty of speeches, Chris. I've embarrassed myself plenty. Mom says Beauty and the Beast. Dad says Beauty and the Beast. Sammy's telling me to stuff it. Big Sean says Addams Family. John says, of course, a Donald can't accept losing or the truth. Yeah, but I won, baby. I just keep winning. All I do is win.
Yeah, when you cheat.
JL, there was no cheating. JL says, we've counted JL's vote after the fact. That was pretty fair. JL says Addams Family. The North would vote Addams Family. Chris says Addams Family. Eli says Addams. Sammy says Addams. And Blackground says Addams. So it's obvious. But what I would like to know in the chat is if Star Wars had won, would you have voted for Luke and Leia over Morticia and Gomez?
You mean Han and Leia?
That's what I meant. Yeah. Same difference. Just one's a little more macabre than the other. Right? So, what do you guys think? What do you think? Who would have voted for what? And Kevin, we have a Blu-ray giveaway we're going to do.
Yes.
Okay, so let's do that. We're going to do a little beach party. While we wait, more steel drums for Bonnie. She loves steel drums.
Again, I have nothing against steel drums. I
Even
just
the
have a
beauty
thing against calling them tiki.
Even though Beauty and the Beast lost, I still feel like they won. You know what I mean? I still felt like they won. Sean McGee says I would have voted for Star Wars. Chris would have voted for Addams Family. Sammy would have voted for Star Wars. So it could have been a mixed bag. Could have been a tough competition, to be honest. So if you're
I
still
have a
here in
feeling
the
it's
chat,
what come out after.
Mom and Dad are here, guys. So if you're in the chat, say here. And we will count that. And I want to thank you for tonight. It was a long one. We did run over more than I thought.
That's what happens when we argue.
That was a quick one. And we're going to go back to the tiki party. Because I feel like that one goes a little longer. There we go. Okay, Kevin, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Mom and Dad are here. Eli Perez is here. Enrique is here. Big Sean says nothing for me, and I would not have voted for Star Wars. Chris Duquesne is here. So Big Sean doesn't want to be in it. Sammy says here, and Janet says here. Anybody else that wants to be here, say here in the chat, and we'll put you in for the Blu-ray winning. Come on, guys. There was a lot of you. It was very active. So if there was a lot of you in here, go ahead and say here. Hector Hernandez, is there more hot sauce to raffle? No, it's actually a Blu-ray that we're going to be giving away, Hector.
So Hector's here, obviously, right?
Yep, Hector's here. David Phelps is here.
There should be at least 15 of you.
There should be. Black Crown EP is here. And by the way, there was
Sure.
one hot sauce last time. I have yet to get the shipment to me. Once it does, when the more cowbell arrives, I will let you guys know, and I'll be able to get that to you. I don't even remember who won it. I'm gonna be real with you. Kevin always keeps that stuff written down.
Didn't Sammy win one of them?
She did.
Did she?
Did she? I think
Did
so.
she?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think she did.
I don't think I'm gonna give it to her.
Wow.
That's so mean.
Just forget casually. Oh, you won something? Oh, let me go check. She helps me paint my room, and then we'll talk. Sean says, Donald, your film history homework is to watch To Have and Have Not and The Getaway with Steve McQueen and Alan Carr. Wait, is The Getaway, is that the one with the car in San Francisco? Or no, that's not. That's Bullet. I saw Bullet. I saw that at the cemetery, the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. That was
Yep,
really
we did. That was like 15 years ago.
I watched it with you?
2009. Yep.
Oh, shit.
It was a whole bunch of us. It was us, your old roommate, the Korean young lady.
Oh, Carol, yeah.
Carol,
Oh,
yep.
she got old. Have you seen pictures of her?
No, I haven't.
Aged like an old wine.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep, like a sack of onions. Like
That's
old meat.
That's rude, sir.
She's not watching. And she wasn't exactly the nicest person, so she eat a bag of dick.
Wow.
Whatever.
Man, it was brutal.
Well, you live with them, Kevin, and then we'll see what you say. Let's see.
Wasn't John Fox still in there?
Yeah, John Fox is here. JL is here. John Fox says, Sammy's on her way, Donald. Make sure to have flowers and wine. She'll pick the lock with a Harry Potter wand.
Wow.
Aloha Mora.
She's going to stand out there. I'm going to hear her shouting it. Waving that shit. We'll have it on camera. It'll be great. All right. So here we go. All right. Kevin, are you ready?
I'm ready. And I'll text Bonnie, the winner.
All right.
Spinning the wheel right now. Spinning. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Almost spinning. Send Bonnie the winner. Right, you should be getting it right now. Okay.
Okay, and the winner is Sean.
John Fox?
Sean.
No, Sean.
Sean. Which Sean?
The other Sean, McGeehan, the one you keep arguing with.
Let's get him a Humphrey Bogart film, for God's sakes. For God's sakes, it better be something with Humphrey Bogart in, or so help us. He'll come here and he'll wreak havoc. He'll stand in front of my computer, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, 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 pushing buttons and shit. He'll be a menace. I can guarantee you. Well, everybody.
You are...
Oh, wait, we'll do one more. We'll do one more.
What?
We'll do one more.
All right, Papa's got things to do. Let's go.
Okay.
Shit.
One more. Sorry, man.
God damn.
And by the way, who you a papa to?
I'm a daddy to a lot of people.
All right, let me send you, Donald, the other winner.
Oh, me. Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
There we go.
And the winner is JL.
There you go.
Congratulations, JL. You've won a lovely Blu-ray of your choice. Actually, it's not your choice. We're choosing for you. But it's your choice to take it. You could say no. But then we're giving it to John. So either way, you're getting it.
Is it one of the movies from tonight?
It's possible. It's
Possible. It's possible.
It's possible. Could also be something else fun and enjoyable for the whole family. We'll see.
Is it Booty and the Beast?
I'm gonna look so hard
Yes,
for that.
both winners are getting copies of that movie.
Oh man. Oh, if it isn't, I'll see if I can find a copy of June's Pirates. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Just Google it. Trust me, you won't regret it. But that's it. That's our show, guys. Thank you so much for being on. This was such a lively crowd, such a lot of fun. I had a great time. I hope you did too. Thank you for being a part of this. And guys, if you're feeling thirsty, perhaps you should, Kevin,
have an affectionate and sweet, but always precious Rumble Pop.
See you next week.